You are in for an unscripted, uncensored conversation that is likely to be nerdy, potentially controversial, but 100% laughable. This is A Kettle of Fish with your hosts, Robert, Paul, Tyler, and Frank.
Weren't we going to talk about something? Am I trolling?
Dude, Paul said he had something that he wrote down on the sticky note.
Oh, we already talked about all that stuff.
Flying off the hinges and all that. You already went over your stuff?
You weren't here. Dude, yeah, nice. You weren't here. I was like, Robert's not coming. He's not showing up. Dude, they weren't bad. Tell him, guys.
I'll go back and listen to
what are we talking about?
Yeah, he actually had some pretty good stuff. He had some pretty good stuff. I can't remember what it was, but
well, you can.
Pretty good.
It's because when I'm not wilding out, it's not memorable.
It's not that. I'm just really tired and doped up on this to Puremate crap. So
you can go back and listen to this episode when it airs in 2 weeks.
And that's exactly right. You know, I can just kind of choose to forget, so I can listen to it later and enjoy it anew.
So I have
fantastic. I
have something to add on to this deja vu thing that I kind of wonder. So, because that's kind of briefly did like a little searching up for deja vu, and it mentions that it's associated with temporal lobe epilepsy. I wonder if it happens when you're going through like even the smallest of seizures. And we all have the capability of having a seizure. I mean, it's not like a disease that you just got.
So the idea is that deja vu is your brain tweaking.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Your brain's just like, oh, fuck this shit.
Well, I think it's just your brain straight up getting woke, right?
It's just your brain doing brain stuff.
Yeah, it's like all those memes where you see all the different images of this one stage of this is kind of cool, or this is even cooler, or this is the coolest, and it's like, oh my god, this is so cool, right? I think the deja vu is that, oh my god, this is so cool moment, and your brain's just overloaded. It's like purely triggered.
I feel like most of my moments that I would consider to be deja vu are like, didn't I already do this? And it has to do with work. It's definitely not cool moment.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about school. Like, it's just pattern stuff.
No, it's never like super. It's never a pivotal moment in your life, and it's like this is an example of the meme, not the moment that you're having deja vu about.
I got you.
Well, there's that like quote from The Office though too, like I wish you knew you were in the good old days before they become the good old days. Like,
what the fuck? I just watched that episode like yesterday, and I was like, this is very insightful and very deep. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's probably the deepest that character ever gets, though. So
which character?
Andy.
Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's towards the end of the show. It's like I think it's the very last episode.
Yes, that was the finale. Yeah.
It's when they're having the reunion in the office.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Fun stuff. That was a good ending. We talked about endings of shows, Robert. You weren't here. Whether or not it's okay to have happy endings or tragic endings, or
it's totally okay.
I definitely like that ending better than Brooklyn Nine-Nine's.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
I think I may have seen a grand total of one episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. I think I watched half a season.
I think I
was
watched a decent bit of it, but I can't remember.
I was like, okay, that's enough Andy Samberg for one lifetime. You know,
he's
like, I don't
quirky
need
and
it.
dumb. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
Andy Samberg
Andy-
over and over.
I'm sorry, Andy Samberg reminded me a lot of young Tyler.
That's such an insult.
No,
Oh,
it's
God.
No, it's not. To me, the energy level was there. The energy.
There's
level.
someone that does remind me of Tyler, but it wasn't Andy Samberg. There was somebody else.
Without being dumb.
Fuck,
I mean, he was dumb. Not Tyler.
I'm gonna put it
but Andy Samberg.
when I remember it. I'm gonna put it in the Discord, but I can't remember right now. I'll think about it.
Better be somebody cool, goddammit.
Very cool.
He's
Tired of being lame.
He's probably gonna say the whatever that cell phone commercial guy was. Oh God.
The guy from Verizon that's really tall and
Yeah, the lanky kid.
he kind of gives me Tyler
I don't
vibes
know
sometimes,
what
but
the
that
fuck you
wasn't
guys are talking about.
I guess.
He was an obnoxious know-it-all, though.
Yeah. And he's like that in all of his roles, and
Yeah.
like he's always in like small roles, but he's always like that, kind of obnoxious. Fuck! It was I just saw them not that long ago.
I say we move into, has anybody played anything cool lately? What are you guys playing right now?
I'm still rocking the Hogwarts right now. Because I've just been
one
working.
military base.
Playing
What?
That's the name of the game.
One military base.
One
This is a
military
game?
base?
Yes.
One military.
Is it like
base.
a alternate history, like isolationist
No,
kind of
it's
thing?
it's a
One
God,
military
you thought
camp?
deep
Yeah,
about
one
that shit.
military
Holy
camp.
fuck!
Yeah, it's like a base building kind of game.
So it's really
It's
on the
pretty
nose.
fun.
Oh.
But it's kind of like a 2 Point Hospital, but with military.
I gotcha.
There's a not
Hospital.
flattering term for games like this, Frank.
Yeah.
What's the not flattering term?
Just Rob, edit this out if it's bad. They call these autism simulators because it's like
Oh
all
my God.
these. It's
Oh
like
my
number go up, number everywhere on the screen, like all these different things you have to pay
That's like
attention
those,
to, like factorial.
Yeah,
what are those, like click,
Yeah.
not clickbait, but
Like mobile games.
no, it's a specific like
Like
tap generator, like you.
No, it's not an idle game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Idle, an idle
No,
game.
it's not an idle game.
I gotcha.
It's just one of those mini management kind of games, like
I gotcha.
2 Point Hospital or like
I can't wait to
SimCity
hear
or anything like that.
I can't wait to hear. They call it simulator. Oh man!
Now
I thought about that. We should be more unhinged because Rob could just bleep it out if we're unhinged. No, don't leave it in. Please don't leave it in.
Somebody was telling me about a simulator game, and I didn't believe it existed. Oh, he was talking about, and to be fair, this is a friend of color, so it was okay for him to talk about this. But there was
black
there was a slave.
Why, Paul? God.
Just say a black friend.
He was telling me, well, because I don't know if he's black or not. He might be mixed. I don't really know.
God, why?
Anyway, he was telling me about this
Just
simulator.
Say, my just you're all over the fucking podcast.
He was talking about this slavery simulator game,
Oh
like
my
where you
God.
pick cotton and everything. And I was just like,
all
dude,
of this
there's
is getting bleeped.
It might not even be getting bleeped. This might just get deleted altogether.
No.
Just cut.
No.
But I told him, I was like, dude, if a Jesus simulator exists, then obviously that's the next step. We
Oh,
have
that's
to go
true. I
into.
saw that. I am Jesus Christ or something like that. I'm
Yeah, I am
kind
Jesus
of.
Christ.
I'm kind of interested
Yeah,
just
dude,
to
that
see
exists.
if they go like really hardcore into it or like.
You go around curing leprosy and shit. It's great.
Like no, I want like the battle side of it. Like I want to be like
the battle side.
yeah, like I want to be like King David, just pillaging
But that
and just
wouldn't be-
burning buildings down and shit.
Well, that wouldn't be Jesus, though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, he flipped some tables.
He did flip
No, I
some
would-
tables.
Hey, I would like some Old Testament video game, dude. That'd be pretty badass.
Just be Moses,
Or some-
just
or some
all right, we're
Revelation
gonna
style
spread
shit.
this water. We're gonna let all my like people come through, and then we're just gonna murder all of these Romans.
Did you guys know that it was originally planned for Kratos to go after Christianity? Did you know that in God of War?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Paul, man, come on, Paul. You got to do that damn
the
comic,
problem.
man.
Here's the problem with it: though. Christianity only has one God, so It would be
Yeah, true.
a pretty
It
short
would be
game.
over
Well,
too
the idea
quick.
was the apostles, like he can go up to heaven and start beating ass, kicking Gabriel's ass and all that shit.
I was about to say there's a lot of angels.
There are
There's a
angels.
mural in God of War 2. It's really, really hidden. It's like super, super extra content. But there's a mural of the three wise men, like under the star, and one of the wise men is Kratos. Like you see his blades and
Nice.
shit, and you're like, what the fuck?
I love the there's some American Dad thing where Roger's talking about. I love the part of the Bible where the three Asians bring gold to the star baby. It's like the writings of a madman. It's so stupid.
There's a good meme right after Ragnarok came out. It was like Kratos after he goes after Christianity and kills Jesus, and Jesus forgives him of his sins and tells him he loves him, and Kratos is just weeping.
Oh my god!
Like he kills
And then
Jesus, and
that's where
Jesus is like, I
Christian
love you.
Kratos comes from.
Dude, that would rock.
I
Oh,
thought like
God.
back. What was the game? Was it Dark Soul? Not Dark Souls.
Yes.
Darksiders.
Yeah,
Where
Dark
it goes
Souls,
through
yeah.
the like 7 sins, the unforgivable sins.
Mm.
Or no,
Was that
no,
the thing
it
where you had the two
No,
like
it's
serpents
the-
on your shoulders?
Okay, so Darksiders 3, you actually go after the 7 sins, but in the first
First one's the
Darksiders, you play
Horsemen
as
of the-
War,
the apocalypse, right?
who got falsely blamed for starting the apocalypse early
I
and breaking the 7th seal.
I wanted that game to be more, I guess, not serious, but like darker and more like just more badass, less cartoony and more badass.
Yeah, no, they went like full World of Warcraft
They
with
did.
the stylization of it.
Yeah, it was kind of like Legend of Zelda, but with
The gameplay.
the Four
goes, yeah.
Horsemen.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So the first one played like Zelda, which I thought was interesting. The second one was like open world, and it like felt completely different. It had more of like RPG mechanics in the first one. And then the third one was like Devil May Cry hack and slash. And then the fourth one was top down like twin stick shooter. Like they just kept changing the entire game structure with each sequel. It was
Paul,
really
did you
weird.
ever play a game called
Yes.
fuck, now I don't know what it's called. God damn. I have to look it
I
up.
interrupted you.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't. PS3 car. Oh
Probably.
boy.
Driver?
It's like Rogue something.
Rogue Warrior.
Rogue Warrior?
No,
the soldier game?
It's a car. You're in cars. You're in like battle vehicles, and you're like driving around blowing shit up.
Oh,
and
I mean,
it's
there was
top
Twisted
down.
Metal.
no. If it's top down.
Hold on, top down
Oh,
games.
fuck.
PS3. It was free on PlayStation Plus, 10, 15 years ago. Renegade Ops.
Oh,
Renegade
wow.
Ops.
Yeah,
That's-
damn.
You guys remember that?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I remember that game.
You're talking about some
That game
old
ruled,
shit,
dude.
guy.
I played
Yeah.
that. I played that with my girlfriend like 6 months ago. That game fucking rocks.
That was a hell of a name pool, man.
I googled it. I was like top down PS3 games, and it was like number 3 on the
That
list.
was-
I was like, yes.
Hey, that
I do
was
remember
Avalanche.
because that was a
Yeah.
was it Avalanche?
Yeah, that
it
was
Sega?
Avalanche. No, that was Avalanche. I remember that game.
Who produced it? Was it Sega?
Yeah, Sega.
I feel like I remember Sega.
it was Sega.
Okay, so yeah, I remember that game
I remember
because Sega was putting out just shit games for a while. So that was just
I remember the artwork had like a Mercenaries vibe to it.
I remember it was orange. That's about as
Yeah.
much as I can remember.
And that was a game I wish they'd really bring back was Mercenaries. I love that game.
Dude, well, because the
Yes,
fucking
God, that game was
follow-up
good.
was a completely different fucking studio or some shit, and they fucked it all to hell. And
Well, that's because the original studio folded.
yeah, but I like the original game. I thought it was
Mercenaries?
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
What is that?
funny like personal story about Mercenaries. I had it on an Xbox, and a friend of mine borrowed it, and I never got it back. I'm still friends with him,
That rocks.
and I kind of want him to be like, "Hey, man, you know what? Actually, yeah, Jason, if
something
you're listening to
similar
this, I want
happen.
my copy of Mercenaries back. Damn it, God."
Well, I love
20 years ago
the
or
first Mercenaries game, but what was that studio? Because they also did
It was Pandemic, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yes,
I remember
Pandemic.
these games.
Pandemic and LucasArts, and the Pandemic did that fucking Paris game that I really like.
God, I remember selling this game with you guys on PS3.
Oh, the Getaway?
Saboteur.
Jesus.
Oh, Saboteur. Yeah.
Saboteur.
I love the Saboteur because I love that it was black and white while the Nazis were occupying a space.
Really
but as soon as you liberated that space, it bloomed with color, and I was
That's
like,
a very
dude, that's the coolest
game.
shit ever. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. A lot of people did not like it, but I was like, dude, I love this Schindler's List ass shit that they're doing here. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember how good Spec Ops: The Line was?
It was a good game.
Yeah.
God, that game rocked.
That twist in it, that's what really sold me.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But so games that I've been recently playing. So
yeah,
I've been playing VR pretty hot and heavy.
Of course you would.
Did you get the new one?
Of course he did.
How?
Because his name is Paul and he has zero responsibilities.
6 figures.
Yeah, there it is.
I have responsibility. How dare you? I pay my bills, God damn it.
I honestly, responsibilities is what was like just on the tip of the tongue and rolled out. What I meant to say was fiscal responsibilities.
It's not any less insulting.
If I have extra money and I want to invest in something that brings me joy, I don't see the fucking problem.
How much was the VR2?
$550.
Ouch.
Paul, how?
I'm about to go to the court and drop $400 on filing the divorce paperwork too.
A late
why-
Valentine's present.
And then not long ago, I got a $750 computer.
I was going back and listening to that episode. I was like, oh man, I forgot we talked about that. I don't know if Paul really wants to talk about that, but he did before and he just did now. So, all right.
Yeah, I did. Well, so I wasn't able to get a hold of anybody at the court because turns out I don't technically qualify for the simplified dissolution of marriage.
Of course you don't.
Yeah, of course I fucking don't. And I don't want to have to do. I don't want to have to do. No, there's not. I don't want to have to do the next step down because it requires so much more court shit, but also a financial affidavit from my ex, potentially leading to me owing her money. And I'm just like, we don't want money from each other.
What a fucking
Wait.
nightmare.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
No one's talking, Frank. Go.
You guys won't stop making noises.
We're waiting.
You would owe her money?
Like fucking
What money, Paul? You don't make any money.
I know. That's the
Well,
problem.
you do now. But
the government's been listening
you
on
didn't
this
make
episode.
shit.
What do they call that? What do they call that? Did you have to send your ex-wife fucking money?
Alimony?
alimony.
Yeah, alimony.
I did not know that word.
You know, was she the breadwinner? I mean, was she
No,
making the money?
never.
Or?
No.
So was she just unemployed when y'all were married?
She's still unemployed, yes.
So when y'all were married, when y'all were living
Yes.
together, she was completely unemployed. You were paying the bills
Yes.
Oh my god.
for your cardboard box that you were living in.
Yes.
All of your yeses cut out. Is that just me?
No.
I hope they did.
His
I just hear
microphone
a
picking
whistle
up,
on your
but his
ass.
Discord not picking it up.
Oh,
Shoot.
gotcha.
Okay, that sucks, dude. Yeah, you're gonna have to pay alimony. Is she? So she's not amicable then?
But see, that's the thing is we don't want anything from each other, right? And
That's not what the courts will say.
It's been 7 years.
So wait.
We've been separate. We haven't lived together for 7 years.
Yeah, there's that.
So is the state requiring you to file that?
So
version of it?
Florida's very fucking weird. You can't divorce a pregnant spouse regardless of whose baby it is.
She's pregnant.
And so
What the
little things like
fuck?
that.
Well, when is she?
Yeah.
When is she due?
Yeah, well, that's not. Thankfully, I asked, and she's like, "I don't see how that's any of your business." And I'm like, "Bitch, if you don't tell me, we don't have problems."
Well, when did you find?
So
When did you find out she was pregnant?
she's not, thankfully, but that's still. I was Googling information and going through all the like legal forms and
Yeah, just
everything
wait
on the
9 months
fucking
and
court
do it
site.
again.
Yeah, I was about to say, just wait
And-
9 months from the point you found out she was pregnant.
Yeah,
and
I've
then
already
do it
waited
again.
7 years. What's another 9
No,
months?
exactly,
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you've got no contest at that point.
Yeah, but so it's not just that, but it's the fact that the financial affidavit shit, like having to have her send that it's back and like fill it out, I'm going to be just so fucking frustratingly pissed off if the court like decides that I need to send her fucking anything. But that's the problem, right? Like I want to get the simplified dissolution of marriage, which we qualify for because we don't have kids, we don't have property, we don't own anything together. We want this to be over with and we want it to be done. Mm-hmm. However, we don't qualify technically because she doesn't live in this state and she can't attend court.
What state does she live in?
Pennsylvania.
What's the statutes in Pennsylvania?
I have no idea.
Well, print the shit from Pennsylvania and serve her the papers.
Frank, you know better than to ask Paul to print something. Come on.
I have a printer.
Serve
When's the last time you used it?
Serve her the shit for Pennsylvania.
You know what? Actually,
file it in Pennsylvania. Work? Yeah.
But I'd have to go to Pennsylvania to file it, wouldn't I?
You don't have to do shit.
I mean, not if the statutes allow her to. Basically, you're making her do what you were trying to do in Florida.
For 6 months.
If she lives there, then that's all that needs to happen.
I feel like I got transported to an episode of Maury.
You
couple must not have had you. But then I can't attend court. That's what I'm saying. Half of it is because
you don't have to go to court if it's amicable. You're just filing it through the clerk.
The people involved must have lived in it. Hold on. Why couldn't I do? There was something. I'm rereading over the simplified dissolution. Right. Hold on.
Well, talk about Pokemon? Do this another time.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So you know what? Actually, Tyler, you remember when we talked about this beforehand and you were like, God, Paul just does everything to just stun lock his life.
Yes.
This actually might work out for Paul, being that it's been 7 years since they've even lived together.
Yeah.
Is this the Nightmare Girl? Is this who I think it is?
Yes.
Yeah, this is
the one that I met.
Bleep her name and put a duck noise in there or something.
That's why I literally didn't. I love that I didn't say her name. And I knew the name, but Paul said it. That
rocks. Did I ever meet this person?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. We met her for sure.
Paraded her around the store once, and we were all like,
that one.
And Paul was like, what do you guys think? And we're like, she looks like a nightmare, to be honest.
I actually remember this conversation.
You're like, yeah, she makes my life miserable. That's true.
See, even back then, we tried to look out for you.
You actually married her. Wow.
And moved to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Well, we were together for 6 or 7 years. Yeah.
Damn. All right. Okay.
I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
1, 2.
All right, I'm back.
That was actually impressive. Okay.
So yeah, we were together for a long ass time, and then like, I popped the question because I was like, fuck it,
right?
Why not? And
as a normal person would.
So what? Well, because I didn't realize how fucking toxic it was till it was like way too late. But she kind of bullied me into proposing.
Color me shocked,
and also made me feel like she was the best I was ever going to do, and that I had no other options, and that I just might as well. And then after getting married, finding out like, oh, she settled for me. She just she felt like she had to say yes, or that. She cheated on me multiple times. This, that, and the other. So
God,
little things. Dragged me up to Pennsylvania for 2 years and made me sleep on the floor next to a radiator that barely worked, so I was freezing to death half the time. And I made a makeshift bed out of pillows and sheets, and I slept on that for 2 years.
Paul's fucking Cinderella over here.
Saving up money to get back to Georgia, which I never was able to do because she was always like conniving me out of fucking money. And
Rob, do you remember? Rob, you need to cue up the strings now, please.
And Paul, do you remember the nights that my parents were out of town? I'd be like, come stay the night, buddy. Let's play some fucking video games. You remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That rocked.
That did.
And Frank would always try to come over and touch us while we were sleeping. We were like, stop, dude.
God.
I'm absolutely going to edit in some violin noises, by the way, in the background.
Yeah. Eventually, though, my brother was actually on a road trip or some shit with his friend, and they came and got me and brought me back home. And
Good.
The rest was history.
And then she moved in with me in Georgia for a year,
Bad.
and then it still didn't work out. And and then my apartment got shot up because I put in
Paul,
my
I've
testimony
apologized
against
for that 4 times. How much longer are you going to fucking bring it up?
I
was trying to kill you. What's the big deal?
I saw. Oh wait, maybe I shouldn't talk about this. Anyway,
just don't use names.
So
Let's talk about something else.
Well,
Subject change.
the situation's very specific. So yeah,
Rob, what's the question you have for us?
And and I had to give my testimony to a detective, and then my apartment got shot up. So I moved to Florida. Yay!
I remember that apartment. It was very shootable.
Wait, where are you at in Florida, Paul?
Currently, I'm in Nocatee, which is south of Jacksonville.
It's not a real word. That's a racial slur you just made up.
I'm near Ponte Vedra Beach.
That's another one.
I can confirm that it does exist because I sent him the mouse to that address.
He sent me mail.
What was the second one you said? What did you call it?
I'm near Ponte Vedra Beach.
It sounds like you're trying to say Pocahontas, but you've had like 6 drinks. Nocatee, Florida.
Nocatee. Yes,
incredibly
Nocatee.
Nocatee.
Yes, real? Are you in a wealthy area?
Yes.
So Paul, I'm going to answer this. I'm going to answer this for Paul.
Well, remember, he's across the railroad tracks.
He has an uncanny ability to be he's just resourceful in making things work out. Whether it's finding somebody who will take him in and ask for nothing in return, whether it's finding a girl that is incredibly just an awesome person, it seems like, who just will bend over backwards and you want to quit your full-time job, go for it. Quit your full-time job, pursue your passion, go for it.
Paul, how far away are you from St. Augustine? Like drive time?
Dude, it's not far at all. It's like 30 minutes.
How many?
Like 30, I think.
Damn, dude. I was in St. Augustine 8 months ago. Yeah.
What? You didn't say anything.
Of course, I don't know. We hadn't reconnected.
That's true. Yeah. We have not reconnected.
God.
I'm actually there a lot more often now because I have to go to the resort down there every now and again. So it's about 25 to 30 minutes.
Dude, St. Augustine's beautiful. God, that place.
I like
rocks.
to go to the what you call it, the
strip club,
the place with all the shops,
orphanage.
Yes, the orphanage. God damn it!
Oh, I got him. I finally killed him.
St. George Street.
I don't know what that is.
It's got a bunch of shops. There's like a fucking old Spanish fort out there and shit.
I thought you were going to say there's an old Spanish guy.
Old Spanish fort.
Old Spanish forts in Florida.
Gotcha.
Yeah, dude, because Florida history is Spanish history, my guy.
You know what we need to do? We need to do a drunk one of these one time.
Oh,
like
God,
all of us have some drinks.
I am so down for
That's
that.
every time I'm on here. What are you talking about?
You don't drink, Paul. Shut up.
No, I don't. I'm a good boy.
We should do that for. I want to do something for the 100th episode, but that's going to be like a long time from now.
Can we get drunk and do?
How many are we in?
Episode
2?
I think this
is 69 right here.
Is it?
Is it?
Hey,
yes, this is 69.
Okay, I think 100 we should meet up for real.
That's a funny number.
We can go to the St. Augustine Gun Club and watch Paul get kicked out.
Woo! It is.
I've already been banned. What are you talking
shit,
about?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I've already been banned.
Figure out a time. We got to schedule these things if we're going to do that.
Well,
yeah.
And y'all are really bad about that because if Tyler just shows the least amount of disinterest, Robert's already booked a plane to Peru and is gone.
If we plan this out, we'll have to take time off of work and shit and all that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I was like, Robert, I don't know if I can make it today. And he's like, oh, okay. And then 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, never mind. My plans changed. He's like, dude, I'm already on a cruise to Belize.
All right, listen. Let me kind of sort of explain myself.
He's about 30 minutes deep into the Notebook.
So like,
Let's hear it.
My time that I have at home with Aaron, I take as much of as I can, as quick as I can.
Perfect husband time.
Because like we don't get a weekend like everyone else does, or most people do. We don't get like the most we get is Sunday evening from like 7 a.m. until like
not the evening, but go on.
Or well. The evening to me when I get off work. Well, we get from 7 a.m. when I get off of work until she goes into work Monday morning. That's our time. So basically a day every week. So if there's an evening that I'm not doing anything and she's not doing anything, I try to take it.
But do you sleep next to each other?
What kind of
3 nights out of the week? Yes.
Okay, so that's a quarter of your life spent together right there. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Marriage
I'm sure
infinitely
that's not
strong.
how that works out, but okay.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's what that's all about. So to wrap things up on my side, because I don't know how
you
long
have to go.
He's only been here like 4 minutes.
It's been an hour already.
That's not true.
You've been an hour already.
Exactly, I have been an hour already. You guys are more than that.
Did she hit you, Rob? Do we need to have a conversation?
Does she beat you?
No, but she is cooking, and I'm hungry.
That's fair.
I had a couple things come up that I thought were kind of good subjects, but some were serious and some were definitely not serious. What one would you want?
Wait,
I never finished. You challenged my idea about buying a VR, so I never really.
Hey, Paul, whatever you're doing with your voice, stop it. Super weird. Go ahead.
I am sick. I'm sorry. It's draining.
Dude, you can't have a regular voice the whole fucking podcast and then change it at the end. Come on.
I vote
Shut up.
serious.
Leave me alone.
I vote serious.
You vote serious? Okay.
I missed the question.
I did too.
There's an option of 2 subjects. One is serious, one's not so serious.
Serious.
2 votes for serious? Well, no point in voting. Well, wait,
Robert's vote
I vote
still
not
counts?
serious.
I kind of want to do the not serious.
Okay, so that's a tiebreaker. So now we all have to play.
You gotta
Rochambeau to fight.
What do we do? It's 2 and 2. Actually,
well, you know what though? It might be not long conversation. So we'll just do them both.
All right, let's do it.
So I'll do the serious one first.
Okay,
sure.
What does this podcast mean to you?
Oh,
like what?
Real quick, I just want to know if that was Paul
it?
Sneezing, coughing, or shitting. I just want to know which sound that was.
He stepped on a duck.
Was that a shotgun blast of shit out of his ass?
That was a shotgun blast of mucus out of my chest.
Wonderful.
Sorry.
Who wants to go first?
What was the question? Sorry, I was choking.
What does the podcast mean to you?
Like
As Paul's just vomiting in the background.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sick.
Well, that was his answer.
There you go.
He's so repulsed by the question.
Yeah.
I like it. I like chatting with you guys. There's a lot of interesting topics. I genuinely do look forward to it. Of course, it's insane reconnecting with all you guys, like all of the formative memories. And we spent a really special period of time together, like the apex of video games.
Yes.
It's fucking incredible, man. It's very, very funny. I get to bully you guys, which rocks. Mainly Paul. I fucking love it. This podcast is awesome. It brings me a lot of joy.
Oh, cool.
Genuinely. Except for you, Paul. Fuck you.
Yay. I'm Paul.
Paul, what about you?
Oh,
God. Just skip him.
No. I had a thing. I wish we could do it more often. Honestly, I don't get a lot of social interactions with people that I get along with, and this is nice. I don't like anybody at my work. I don't see myself being able to hang out with any of them or talk to them like I talk to you guys. And my brother has gone MIA, so I haven't been able to play video games with him in months.
Oh, that's concerning.
And yeah, I don't really talk to anybody except Felicity. So, I mean, I've got that kind of like ADHD brain where I'm like, I want to talk to somebody like nonstop. I want to just keep having conversations. This is fun and enjoyable in it. But it's got to be somebody that I vibe with. And it's like you guys. So like, this is my very few social interactions that I get. It's this or playing games with somebody once in a while. And then I end up getting anxiety because I feel like I'm bugging everybody because I just want to talk to them and not feel lonely for a second. But yeah, I wish we could do this more often. But I know it drives Robert crazy to edit shit. So
it definitely doesn't drive me crazy. I enjoy it. That's part of it.
But I know everybody's got their weirdo fucking adult life schedules and shit.
Yeah.
I try to be mindful of that, but it still drives me nuts because like I'm just like, why can't everybody just be there all the time?
Why can't we all be like Paul?
Well, you know, you kind of get into that way of thinking like, oh, the universe outside of my view doesn't move unless I'm acknowledging it. So you guys should just be there all the time. But no, I do. Yeah, I wish we could do it more often because I miss talking to people a lot. So,
Damn,
that was deep.
Sorry. Yeah. No, I'm a very sad individual.
All right, Frank.
So, yeah, it's more of the same for me. I only really interact with people I work with and then my family. And I don't really get to be my goofball nerdy self as much as I'd like. I mean, I do with my wife, but you know, she can only tolerate so much of it. She doesn't like anime like I do. She's not as she's not as avid an enthusiast of like D&D or you know, sci-fi fantasy as I am. She doesn't like video games like I do, and so we don't share a lot of the same hobbies. So that it kind of, you know, it's not that we don't have a lot to talk about because we do. We enjoy a lot of the same things together. But yeah, it's hard to really enjoy a lot of things that I enjoy with people around me. God, Paul.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Like dying and everything.
So yeah, the people
drainage is kicking in.
The people I work with are all, you know, your quintessential country folk. You know, they like to hunt, fish, and farm, raise livestock, chickens, all that jazz. So I start talking, you know, anime and video games to them. They look at me like I got a hole in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of bums me out. I've kind of been in a dark place recently because it just feels like, you know, really don't have, like Paul said, you don't really have anybody to talk to.
Yeah.
And you can talk to your significant other, but you know, it's not enough. It's not, you know, it's talking, but it's not like you don't get amped up like we would at GameStop.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't get that real excitement going about all these cool things that are coming up, the things that you want to try and play and do and experience. And, you know, she's got those experiences she want to do. And I like some of the stuff, but not all of it. And then she gets bummed out too. So it's like we kind of bum each other out sometimes. And that kind of fuels that little bit of depression there too. So that's another little spiral that I don't want to go down right now. But I will say that I have thoroughly enjoyed every podcast we've done because it just, for one, the nostalgia alone has been amazing. I've loved every moment working with you guys. There were some bad moments that we had, you know, but in the end,
mostly
it was
centered around me.
No, actually, but you know, I guess you could say bittersweet, right? You know, when you guys moved away and whatnot. But no, we had a lot of good times at GameStop, and it sucks that we kind of drifted apart there. So when you guys came to me and said, "Hey, yo, we got this podcast going," and I admit I only listened to the ones that you guys talked to. Hey, we mentioned you in this podcast, and Paul wanted to say sorry. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I actually listened to it, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then I started yelling at my damn stereo, wanting to respond, and that's when I said, you know what? I kind of want to start joining you guys on this shit because I got to chime in on this stuff, and here we are. And so I won't regret a minute of it. So
I
rocks,
thought
dude.
for years you were mad at me. I really thought you've just been mad at me for like a decade.
Nah, man.
I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that because you were really cool to talk to when I came back from Pennsylvania to try and get my job back. I really didn't. I mean, I get why you left, and I was kind of bummed that you left. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to be able to move on and live your lives. And I tried.
Well.
I tried to come back.
Yeah.
And that was a positive, like talking to you about it. But then, like,
oh yeah, HR.
I didn't hear from you again for like a long time, and then I think I tried to talk to you once, and then like I got nothing in response. I was like, did I say something wrong? Did I piss off Frank? What did I do? And then like I kind of just forgot about it for a while. And then I was in Indiana, and I thought I saw you in Indiana, and I messaged you like spur of the moment, and you were like, "Nope," and that was the end of that conversation. And I was just like, "Okay," so I was like, "Fuck,"
it's all about timing too. Like,
yeah,
I'm like insanely busy all the time. Like, there's always something going on, and if it's in the moment where I'm like at work or doing something, I'll do a quick response, and then it just quickly leaves my brain. And if I don't hear from you again, it just quickly falls off. And I feel horrible when
object permanence.
When I look back at some of that stuff. Like I got some friends from like my elementary school days, right? He recently reached out to me for my birthday, and we just started strolling down memory lane for a couple hours. And he's like, "Man, we really shouldn't drift apart like we do," and I started feeling horrible. And it's all because we get so entrenched in our day to day, and when you live as far apart as we do, it's very easy to do. And I mean, be honest, even if we lived in the same town, if we don't see each other face to face, it's super easy to just not reach out.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Because
with ADHD, that's object permanence. Like, if I don't see you, you don't exist.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's not mean or anything. It's just that's just how that goes.
You get on the tracks, right? You're on the railroad tracks. You're just going from point A to point B constantly.
Yeah,
you're just trying to tick off the boxes for your day, and that's do what you got.
That was hard, like maintaining relationships like that, because a lot of women, they just didn't understand like why I would just turn off like that. But like, thank God Felicity fucking understands it. But like, I get object permanence, and they would get pissy about it, like, "Oh, you would just forgive me like that? I'm glad I don't mean enough to you, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "No, bitch, I got a mental disorder. Leave me alone." But like, it's like, I don't mean anything by it. And I forget that all the time. I meant to call my mom back because she called me the other day. That was 3 weeks ago. I just forgot.
That sounds.
And then she called me last night, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I was going to call you." And she was like, "It's your grandma's birthday." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was going to call her." And I'm like, "Oh my God." Like, and I'll write. I've been getting in the habit. I carry a sticky notepad with me all over the place so I can write notes, because I just straight up will forget shit. And then I'll forget where I put the sticky notes, and then I forget about it.
Start using the calendar on your phone.
That's what I've started using.
I'm curious what this brings to Rob, because like you said, Rob, you have 2 jobs. You have extremely limited time with your SO. So like, why the fuck are you doing this with us?
Yeah. Well, so it used to be a different setup for Rob.
I'm sorry. Are you time. Rob?
Yes. Yes, I am. When we started, because it was just me and him.
Paul, be quiet.
I don't hear Rob talking. Let's try again.
Well, when we started this, all day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday was just wide the fuck open, wide open. I didn't work. I was just at the house doing stuff, doing, chores or little projects here and there or whatever. And I was very much like, well, first off, let me back up a little bit. I've wanted to do a podcast for a long fucking time, even back when working at GameStop and even a little bit before then. I just never had any like a way to do it, really, like the resources to do it.
What was it about podcasting that made you want to do it?
It seemed like it just seemed like something that I could really get into, because like I've been around creative people, and I've even participated with creative people. Like I played in a band for many, many years, but I never was like the person that actually put the content out. Like I would be the support one, because I'm not creative like from like the beginning, like at the start of something. But if you give me an idea, like we might be able to get it somewhere else. But anyways, I wanted like an outlet of some sort, like something that was mine, something that I could just do whatever the fuck I wanted to. Nobody could tell me anything. To you can't tell me what to say, what not to say. And then also there's this whatever you want to call Paul, that's just this ball of energy and random information and just shit.
The chaos agent.
The chaos, right. Hi. And I was like, you know what? Why not just have Paul on it? Like we would have these conversations over like Xbox Live and PlayStation parties and networks and all that stuff. And we're like, God, I would pay to listen to something like this, or I would love to listen to a show like this or a podcast. Like I
remember like Twilight Hour conversations where I'm just like fucking zoned the hell out.
Right.
Fucking nonsense. So, you were like, I so wish I was recording this right now.
Exactly. And it's like, I don't know. I just felt like finally there was the resources to do it. There was the time to do it, and there was the idea, and there was like the actual content, because he wasn't doing anything.
Well, I was working a full-time job, but
you weren't doing anything.
He wasn't doing anything.
You weren't doing anything.
How long?
I had 3 to 4 hours every afternoon to eat, wash, go to sleep.
I'm pretty sure you quit that full-time job about episode 4.
Dude, I was so fucking miserable at that job. I hated every fucking moment of it.
But it's really just like I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It scratches my technical and like just kind of like nerdy itch as well, like building a website and putting that together and distributing this stuff and like it's just, editing, like audio and visual, like video editing is just something that I've enjoyed doing for a while, and I've never had the content to edit. So why not make your own?
True.
That kind of deal.
All right, let's get into the last question.
Cool. Very
cool. You have dinner coming.
What this show means to me, however, that's why we started it. It's pretty much the same as you guys. It's a social outlet. It's something that I can nerd out with, and even though you guys take it to a next level kind of shit, but I'm very thankful for that. Like if Paul and I were to sit down to do an episode now, it's a completely different vibe than when all 4 of us are together.
For sure.
Yeah, because it's just me talking.
And me going, yeah, exactly, pretty much.
Him
like I'll try to direct you in a like kind of give you a like a general direction, and then just whatever the chaos takes us is where it goes.
It's like herding cats.
It really is.
It's herding a disabled cat.
But like now there's such a balance, I feel like, between like me and Frank. We're kind of the like, I don't know. I don't know how to really put it. Maybe like the rudder of a ship or something. Like we're kind of like, we can steer you in the direction, but we're not
the counterweights, my guy.
We're not going to be the propellant. We're not going to be the energy that comes from the show, and that's where Tyler and Paul come in. Very energetic, very up, and very like. and if it's not Tyler, keeping Paul in check, it's Tyler going off doing whatever it is that he does. That's still not quite as crazy as Paul.
I pray to God. So I never get that far.
Juices for.
It's very good. It's a very good balance we have with all four of us, and that's why, like, I'm just glad that it's where it's at. I'm glad it's
Frank jumped on to like keep doing it. That rocks.
So,
I'm glad I'm still doing it. Honestly,
I'm a little surprised. I figured you would have gotten bored. Well, when we started this, the first episode, we were like, we're probably not going to do this more than like 4 times. Yeah. 70 times later,
70 times. Because I enjoy it. I was pressuring you to record like every fucking day.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
I would absolutely kill myself though. Like I like editing,
hyper fixated.
But my OCD is very much like, fuck, Paul, why do you have to be eating a fucking Whopper in the middle of this recording? Yeah, that's
I don't eat Whoppers. Burger King's disgusting.
Oh, really, Paul?
Yes, really. Burger King's gross.
I can't.
But
we hear
that's where it's at. So the other thing,
so disgusting.
Do you have, and if you do, you should share I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Have you ever had a moment where you said something or did something, not realizing what you did, but completely fucking up any possible relationship with a significant other?
Oh, yeah.
Or
I have a strong one to start with.
So doing something that you didn't realize what you had done and it fucked up a relationship.
All right, let me give you my example to kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about, because I know I worded it horribly. I didn't know how to say it. So there was this girl. I won't say her name because I still know her and they're still close like circles. But I really liked her in high school. She was hot. And we were hanging out, we were doing our thing or whatever. Nothing was official. We were just kind of like, feeling what everybody was, vibing, see if this was a good thing. My dumb self. Oh my God. I was such a fucking idiot. We're riding in a car and I was like, I have a question to ask you. And I asked her this, not knowing what I was asking. It was something that I had heard. It was kind of funny and it was meant to be a joke, and it did not come across that way. It's real foot in the mouth kind of situation. But I asked her, God damn it. I asked her if the carpet matched the drapes.
Okay. All right.
Bravo, Rob. Bravo.
What did you mean by it? You meant it as a joke?
Idea. I just knew.
You just had a full retard moment.
Full tilt, man. Just full on.
So my example was I had just like taken this girl out for a couple of dates, and back in Albany, listen, you have slim pickings, okay? So she was a little bit of a she wasn't very fast. Okay? Is that clear?
Okay.
And we had a decent back and forth, like we would kind of roast each other a little bit. Mm-hmm. When I said this, I meant to say I was joking that she was dumb. That was my joke.
No.
But what I did instead, I did something small and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm never going to forget that." And I was trying to make a slight joke about her being dumb as a funny joke. And so what I said was, an elephant never forgets. And I didn't mean it that way. I meant to say, I was like, no, I was trying to say you're dumb like an animal, which I doubled down.
Oh my God.
And she was like, I want to go
so
home.
Much worse.
You're just doubling down in your stupidity.
I was so quickly trying to recover from the weight thing that I had just accidentally done. It was like, no. I was trying to say you're stupid like an animal. And then I was like, okay, that's worse. So yeah, that ended very quickly. That was
Good job.
not a good one. Not my proudest moment.
Good job.
But that was like retarded 20-year-old Tyler. Just very stupid.
So I'm not sure I can recall any one instance because
There are many.
He's the Riz Master.
I'm sure there are a multitude that my wife could tell you.
Nice.
Oh my god.
So I'm sure that episode that we were discussing earlier where we get our wives on there, that'd be a great question to ask them.
Nice.
Because I know she won't forget a single one.
Dude, can you imagine they're like recording, we're just out at a bar getting
But you're still
obliterated.
together.
That would rock.
Man, I tell you. No, well, we are, but there's always
So it
gonna be
hasn't
those
ruined your
things.
relationship.
Well, you're asking for like the Widowmaker kind of.
Yeah. The nuke, the Hiroshima.
Oh, well, I don't think I've had any instances of that.
Ever?
So,
Really?
no.
Classic
Yeah.
foot in the mouth, like
Paul, yours is probably they just saw you
Oh, God.
and they were
or what's a
Wow.
good like example of just like absolute, just unforgivable ignorance.
Paul, are you here?
From me?
Yeah. If you don't have one with like a significant other or a potential significant other.
Well, so I was trying to think of one with a significant other, but honestly, I've been cheated on so many fucking times that I've not been the reason why relationships have been fucked up necessarily. I guess in some way you could see that as I wasn't attentive enough, I guess.
Rob,
But I don't
Rob,
think
cue the
that's like a
strings.
stupid thing. Yeah. There was sometimes I didn't even know what I had done wrong. Like,
Well, that's just being a
one
man.
girl broke
That's
up
the
with,
average male experience, baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
one girl
Yeah.
broke up with me just because I was overly like attentive, and I was just
Rocks.
like, okay, I don't know where the balance is, and so, but as far as like doing something out of ignorance that fucked up a relationship, I never really
Just
had
like
it.
an accident, like something that you did that you weren't even aware that you were doing.
You were
and
just
did.
never
No.
just
So a big thing for me with
Exceptionally
relationships
stupid.
has always been to just be like, try to be like, I'm a pleaser when it comes to relationship, and I try to be exactly what they want me to be, and doesn't always work out in my favor. But I guess that's probably the stupidest thing I've done. But I don't know. I've never put my foot in my mouth like that, and I've never done anything like that. With someone I've been in a relationship with, I'm pretty mindful of, because I care. When I'm with someone, I care about them, and I don't want to hurt them or anything like that.
I heard a really, really good quote about relationships. You know how like a lot of people are like, the best way to have a successful relationship is like put the other person before you, right? Like if you're both doing that, then you guys are. But this guy was like, nah, that sucks. Here's the best thing to do: be the best possible version of yourself for her, and have her be the best possible version of herself for you. That fucking rocks, dude. I love that shit.
Yeah. And that I guess that's kind of what I've always tried to do. But as far as like doing something, man, I can't really think of something where I've just said or done something so stupid that I've like, oh shit, and like backpedaled immediately.
So it's just you and I, Rob. We're just the morons.
I guess so.
No, because I'm sure I've said a lot of stupid shit, but I never backpedaled from what I've said. You know,
Doesn't sound like you.
I've never said anything that I've regretted saying.
You don't think you had a girl over and you were like, hey, can you pass me the same underwear 4 days in a row? And she was like, okay, I'm out.
Nice.
Just turn them inside out. It'll be fine.
I've never called a girl by the wrong name.
They're
so that's
so
never
brown.
happened, thankfully.
That's their natural color.
Dude, a statement.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Well, if you've only been in so many relationships in the past 20 years, it's hard to remember past that. That's my defense anyway.
Well, I mean, I've been in a lot. I'm trying to think of the number.
Because you's a hoe.
based.
Well, not okay. So long-term relationships versus like dating versus like
No, I mean, like my example was a
versus-
girl that I was not dating at all. Like we were talking for a few months.
So it just kind of ruined your friendship too. So you,
Yeah.
I mean,
Rob's like, burn it down.
it didn't happen. Get the
It's going
flamethrower.
too well.
Light a match.
No, man, I can't. Typically, when I say things with confidence. So I don't.
He says it with purpose.
Small side note, I know we're wrapping up soon. I heard the new Destiny expansion kind of sucks. That's sad.
Well, the villain looks like a goddamn Looney Tune character.
Yeah, it does.
So
It
that
looks like
makes
shit.
sense.
It looks so bad.
Fuck Destiny. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Destiny.
I haven't played Destiny since the first one.
Dude, I'm excited about the future of the podcast, by the way. I'm excited.
Really?
I'm excited with what all four of us are bringing to the
I'm
table.
excited for these
Hey,
nuts.
back up off the mic, you fucking psychopath. What?
I'm excited about the Played Up we're going to play. I'm excited about
Dude,
the
that'll be
100th
so fun.
episode. When that comes around. Yeah, it's good times. Good times.
Hey, I'm equally excited, and I'm super grateful to all the significant others for letting us do this.
Exactly.
Very
Because
true. She's right next to me playing City Skylines right now.
Yo,
Killing it.
Epic.
she plays City Skylines. Yo, I
That's-
will fucking nerd out over some City
Hey,
Skylines.
That's what it was,
That's
Robert.
awesome. She's
Dude, Robert,
extra
yeah,
awesome.
The sequel got announced.
Did it
For
really?
real?
Yeah, there was a trailer that dropped.
Is it called something different?
Yeah, City Skylines 2.
Sick.
Ooh.
Sick.
It dropped when?
Got a cinematic trailer dropped today.
What?
I'm gonna check
That's
that
fucking
shit out.
crazy.
I'm going to show her. Yeah, immediately.
How was the subreddit not blowing up?
Dude, I have no idea, but I saw the fucking little cinematic trailer and I was like, holy shit, I gotta tell Robert immediately.
Oh, son of a bitch. There
And
it
then I
is.
forgot.
No, it's not the cinematic. That's the announcement trailer today.
Whatever.
Wow.
That's fucking
Well,
awesome.
two different things.
It wasn't gameplay.
That's another one
That
of
was
those
what I meant.
autism number jams.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you something. I will fuck up some City Skylines. I've
Hey,
got
yeah,
so
that's
many
some good
DLC and mods for my shit. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But it made me think
I
about.
also own it on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Yeah,
Does it come with the chastity belt or do you have to buy one separately?
it's a thing, man. It's a real thing. Okay, we gotta go. I'm hungry. It's 9:00.
All right, let's do
All
it.
right.
Let's wrap it up.
We're doing the thing.
This is a fucking 2 hour, 20-minute one. Jesus.
Hell to the yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to. It's cool, but I need to go ahead and let you guys know I've moved the audio like files, like the actual podcast, like where it's hosted, to another provider. It's called Buzzsprout. It costs a little bit
Yeah, we
more,
talked about
but
this
it
in our
provides a
last
lot more analytics, and it provides like just a lot of cool
you
shit that can help
pimping for
the show
Buzzsprout?
grow. But it is limited. The plan that I got is limited on how many hours we can upload. It's 3 hours per month.
Interesting.
So,
Ooh.
which I figured is fine. That's like an hour and a half an episode if we keep it every other episode.
Yeah, true.
So,
Can you help me?
This
well-
is a 3 hour long episode. So
Yeah, we'll.
you know.
we'll
true.
okay. All right, sign off to your dog shit, Paul.
Oh, okay. Well, now I don't even want to do it anymore.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later.
Paul's going to do it sick edition, parentheses.
I have a dad joke. For
Oh,
you.
right. Do the thing.
Dad joke.
Do the
Oh, yeah. Dad joke.
joke that makes me go straight to ideation.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, that one got him.
Oh, that did. I had it pulled up. Where did it go?
You lost it.
He's dropping
right
the ball.
That was the dad joke.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore. I fucking lost it.
I got one. What does a blind, deaf, paraplegic kid get for Christmas?
God.
Oh, what?
Cancer.
What?
Of course, Paul
Just
would
like-
laugh at that.
He already has the worst hand possible dealt. It's like, what else? What could he get? Like a puppy? Something he can touch maybe because he's blind? No, he gets cancer. That's the joke.
I feel like that's a riff on a Bo Burnham joke.
Is it? I don't know.
That's terrible.
I think he was like, what is like a deaf, dumb, blind kid get called in high school? names.
Oh.
And it's just so bad.
All right.
I was like,
Do it.
yeah, Robert, your dad joke.
No, it's already been done.
No, that was my dad joke. That was my
you did
horrible
dad
uncle
joke.
joke.
Goodbye, everybody.
Best one yet.
Yeah.
This has been A Kettle of Fish. You can contact the show by emailing akettleoffishpodcast@gmail.com. Be sure to like and subscribe from anywhere you get your podcasts.